Okay, video of the exterior. We're just gonna go panel by panel. So right here in this first panel is the battery. It has security latches right here to keep it from popping out. And there are two lithium batteries right there. Okay, and each one of those 12 volts, 170 amp hours. So it's 340 total amp hours. Okay. Inside there, you can see this is the breaker for the alternator. Line breaker right there for the main inverter. And then back over in the corner is the other fuse for the inverter for the air conditioning unit. Here's the Onan Q5500 or 5500 generator. Works like a dream. Has the ability to start it from inside. And so it's self-priming, and we've religiously kept the oil changed on it every season. Okay. This right here is some more storage area. Okay. So inside here is the main inverter that will invert for the refrigerator and for the couple of the outlets inside the unit. That rover right there is the charging controller for the solar panels that are up on top. And then right there you can kind of see is the other inverter that is strictly for the AC unit up front. Okay, each one of these areas here have a light that you can turn on to light it up. And then there's storage that goes over the axle, so it's a little bit higher. There's also obviously the storage here in the middle areas. So there's that storage right there. The storage right here, I've got a little mini grill that I keep there, and some of my hoses. Okay, fuel right there behind the wheel. Okay, here is the water. It's got a Nautilus system, which is absolutely awesome. It's got a macerator, and so you just have this hose right here that you use. You stick it to dump. You turn the macerator on, and it essentially is like a garbage disposal. It goes through and chops everything up. It also pulls everything through so that it makes dumping a lot faster. Okay. Behind the panel here are the open and shut valves, the gates. There's one there, and there's another one back here. Okay, and then there's the other gate right there. So there's two gray tanks and two black tanks. All go to this one location. There's a water filtration system right here that just takes a standard cartridge, and then it has the spray cleaners inside the black tanks. So you can connect to the black tank valve right here, and then you can alternate which tank you are going to be cleaning by doing that. Okay, and then obviously if that doesn't work there, then right here you can hook a normal dump line right there. Okay, right behind that, this is the electrical panel area. It's got an outlet out here, which is pretty awesome. Love that. And then you've got the 50 amp line right here, and then there's a hole you can drop that through right here, so that you don't have to keep this door open all the time. Okay. Also with the Nautilus system, I forgot to show you, there's the connections for cable if you want to, or satellite. And then there's a light back here. You can turn the pump on and off from back here, and then instructions on how to winterize. And then you also have a outdoor hose for out here. Okay. Last bin, this is a watertight bin. It doesn't have that fabric inside. It has the it has a full plastic liner on this one. And so this is where I keep my extra dump hose if I want to, and anything that could potentially spill. Right here is the water heater and the open valve. Be able to dump right there. Okay, so this is where this bin right next to the water heater right here. I use this for all the tools. Also just another storage area. Also has a light up there right here on the side. Okay. And then right next to this one right here is the propane tank. I believe it's a 17 gallon, if I remember right. Propane tank. Also has a connector if you want to hook your gas grill directly to that instead of having a separate propane tank for it, which is pretty handy. We've used that quite a bit for an outdoor fireplace that we have. There's the outdoor fireplace I was talking about. Some more storage right there. Also has a light, and then some storage that goes in between over top the axle. Also the storage area right here. You can see folding tables and everything like that we can fit inside there. And one more right here. Okay, so you can see all of those all on this side. Also on the exterior, you have okay, right here we have the outdoor TV. Just pop that open right there. And it has, I believe it's a 32-inch with 2 speakers there, plus an outlet. Pretty fun for doing, and that is also connected with the central audio and visual system. So whatever's playing inside can play outside as well. Okay. The stairs right here are self-retracting. They're electric, in other words. So as soon as you open the door, they pop in and out. Obviously there's a screen door right there. And I can show you right here, have a switch here to disable the power step if you want to. Also, there is an awning outside. There's your power switch, the main power switch, and then your awning up above, which is right, this guy right there. Awning does have LED lights on it, so when it's out all the way, it has LED lights that light the ground for you. Vent for the kitchen right there, and it's got a V10 Ford V10 Titan. Okay, there's that right there. You can see the multiple radiators, and then your window washing fluid right there as well. Okay, there's the front of the vehicle right there. The mirrors do have electric motors on them, so they can be adjusted from the interior. The top portion does. The bottom you have to do it by hand. Also, there is cameras that automatically turn on both sides on your mirrors. It'll turn on whenever you turn left or right. And then there's also a camera on the back of the unit. Right there. That used for backup camera, and you can also force it to turn on even while you're driving. Okay, we did upgrade the hitch on this to be a 12,000-pound hitch, so it can easily tow a large vehicle such as a Suburban if you have one like we do. Okay, here's the inside of our Entegra. We have this hide-a-bed, or I should say retractable bed that goes here on the top. It's got a ladder that just hooks off up here on the front. It can go all the way down to the height of the chairs. It gives pretty good ample space to be able to work with that. Actually quite a very comfortable bed. It is electric, and so there's just this button right here that you just push, and it will pull that bed right out of the way, which is awesome. Has a security latch. It won't go up and down if that latch is latched, and also prevents it from inadvertently falling down while you're driving. So have the storage areas up here in the front. Got candy storage right here. This is not a storage right here. This is just a place where the motor goes. And then there's the 2 other storage areas right here on this side also that we usually just keep our snacks in for while we are driving. Here on the passenger cockpit area is a workspace table that slides out, has power that's connected to the inverter, so you'll have power while you're driving to that unit, to that power outlet. And then you have your info center that has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto on it. So You'll be able to see your maps from your phone on there if you want to connect it to that USB port right there on the bottom. And then have a permanently mounted mount for a iPad, so you can use that as navigation as well. Here's your cockpit area for the driver. You've got the electric equalizer that automatically self-levels the unit for you. It'll tell you if it's on too much of a slope. It does a pretty phenomenal job in getting to the vehicle level. Mirror heaters, battery boost to use the house batteries to jump start the vehicle battery if the vehicle battery's dead, and then the shade that goes up and down. Shade is also electric, and you use that as your sun visor while driving. It only goes so far, and then you can do all the way down when the vehicle's off to provide some privacy. So these chairs up front do rotate 360 degrees, and so they can rotate towards the middle to go towards the table that can go right here. So you can use this as an eating area, or you can flip them all the way around and have them be chairs you sit in while you watch a movie. Okay. Here in the front, above the door, there's a little storage area that we put kind of our license, registration, and insurance. Kind of easy access there. Here's your control panel for the all the components inside the unit right here, and it shows you generator hours. You can turn the generator on and off. You can enable the auto gen as well. This auto gen will make it so that you can, if the house batteries get low, you're able to have the generator automatically kick on to recharge them before they get too low. Kind of a cool feature. You can also set hours where it won't run. So if you're in an actual campground and they don't allow generators to run in the middle of the night, you can actually set it so they won't run. Okay. Panel to control the slides in and out. They're all electric slides. And then obviously your indicators for gas, battery, fresh tank, black and gray as well. You also have your tank heaters, your water pump. You can turn on and off here or outside. And then your water heater is both gas and electric. So you can just use one or the other or both if you want a lot of heat in that regard. Okay. I have our sink right here. Sink has some covers that go over the sink. It's a single basin sink, and then a faucet that has the retractable end on it, window right there, and then right above it are cabinets that are really, really deep. They're probably the deepest cabinets in the kitchen area right here. You're able to store a lot of stuff inside that. Okay, and then above the microwave is also some more storage, also equally as deep. Convection microwave, which means if you wanted to bake cookies inside this microwave, you could. It actually can do normal baking inside of it. And then you have the stovetop right here. The stovetop, 3-unit stovetop. Does a phenomenal job, also by Furrion. All the appliances here are Furrion, which they're awesome. This Furrion stove is self-lighting, so you don't have to use a lighter to do it. It actually will just light itself. Has a digital display. It'll keep the temperature for you, and then also has a timer for you if you want that. Okay. Here's the residential refrigerator. It runs only on electricity, does not run on propane. And so hence why we have the larger batteries for that. Has a lock on it. So it's a normal residential refrigerator. Works great. Has an ice machine and water dispenser that pulls off the water tanks. And so you're able to have water and ice while you're driving, which is awesome. It's one of my personal favorite features. On the other side, you have the dining room area right here. You have underneath the chairs a bunch of storage. Okay, this is where we often keep our pots, pans, crock pots, stuff like that. The bigger stuff that normally just won't fit anywhere else. You have that on both sides. You have it on this side and the other side. This right here is a hide-a-bed. It's a queen size hide-a-bed. You can fit 2 people on it quite easily, and it just pulls right on out into this main area. And then above that is 3 storage areas right here. We've got, and it's quite spacious inside there. And they're all open, So they interconnect, so you can do some larger items in there and have them pass through. And then above the TV is also another set of cabinets to store stuff. Okay. Back over by the refrigerator is the pantry slide outs. So you pull this out right here and you have pantry items that you can store right inside there, right next to the refrigerator, as well as this right here. And so great for keeping the cereals and other stuff as well. Okay. Fireplace right there, infrared fireplace. Runs when you're on shore power. And then we have this ottoman that we added just so we have place to stick our feet while we're driving, and then also storage all the way across that whole thing, which is awesome. Okay, going back a little bit, have the bunk beds. We just pulled the bedding off so we can wash them. They do come with bedding that matches and corresponds with the whole unit. And then there's dedicated TVs on both of them. Okay. And then over here in the bathroom, first bathroom, you can see right there, there's a light inside the sink, acts as a night light. You have storage all on the sides, lots and lots of really deep storage right there. You have a medicine cabinet behind. Inside the medicine cabinet is the module to adjust the auto generator. You have all the turns and dials you can do to adjust rate how the generator automatically works there. Obviously a fan with a vent right there, and then storage underneath the sink as well. And those drawers as well. They all snap into place so that none of them will open while you're driving. Okay? All right. Moving further back, obviously we have the ladder to the second bed, bunk bed. Right here we have the storage unit that counts as a closet, but also if you want to, you can use this to hook up the washer and dryer combos here. So if you wanted to, you can have a washer and dryer installed inside this cabinet right there. And then below that is additional storage. You got 4 bins of storage. Have a window right there. You have your TV right here that also goes up so that you can store some additional stuff behind right there. Okay. Another closet on this side. So you got all that stuff right there. And then you have like these smaller cabinets, which are awesome for random stuff. Okay. King size bed. King size bed has nightstands on both sides. There's also USB outlets. You have USB, an outlet there. You can plug in your devices. Outlets on both sides, by the way. And then the back bathroom also has the same nightlight feature in the sink. Full-size shower right here. You can see the shower is big enough for a person who is 6'1". I'm able to get into it just fine, no issues there. Obviously it's, not as big as a full residential, but it is pretty darn close. So, okay, obviously storage right there on those sides, storage underneath, and then you have your air intake for the furnace right there. Okay, turn off the lights in this area so you can see what that looks like there. Okay, pocket door back here. It helps save quite a bit of space. Then there's also a pocket door right here, so you can segment off the main suite, the primary, pretty easily. Also makes it so that the door doesn't get into the way. Above the main bed here, there's also three very, very deep cabinets, and then there's reading lights that can be either blue or white, and windows on both sides, which are awesome to have. Okay, in the back area, we have a air conditioner that also is an inverter. That control is right here in this main area, in the bedroom area. So you have the controller right here for that. And then there's another air conditioner in the front. That controller's right here. And it also has an inverter, so you can use that to heat using electricity if you don't want to use the gas between the two AC units and the fireplace. You can heat this all electric, if you want to without having to use any propane gas. Although the propane furnace does a phenomenal job at keeping the unit very, very, very warm. So as you can see in here, we have all sorts of LED lighting and accent lighting. Makes it kind of fun, gives good ambiance while you're in here. Lots and lots and lots of lights. This has one of those nice high-end power vents right here that turns on with the switch right down this way. It won't run unless the vent is open, so there's kind of a nice good little safety feature there. So hopefully that gives you a good idea of what we have to offer with this. As mentioned before, this does have a video distribution system. It's actually behind the fireplace. So whatever you have playing here, we have an Apple TV. You could hook in a Heroku Fire Stick or whatever. Sorry, Roku or Fire Stick. Whatever you have playing here, you can have distribute throughout the entire unit. And so all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 TVs will be able to play that. There's the 5th TV outside, right outside the door. Dining room table right here pops right up, and then it can fold down below the cushions right here. And it makes it into about the size of a double. There's another cushion in the back. It goes right there in the middle. Makes it so that this is another sleeping area.